Welcome to Unheard History, the history you don't hear about in class. You have heard of the golden age of Hollywood, but have you heard of Fatty Arbuckle? Arbuckle was friends with Buster Keaton and Charlie Chaplin, but he was a star in his own right. During the Roaring '20s, Arbuckle was a contract actor for Paramount Pictures, making around $1 million a year. In modern money, that would be about $13 million a year. In 1921, during the Prohibition era, Arbuckle had just signed another $1 million contract and had a movie playing in theaters across the nation. To celebrate his friend's accomplishment, Fred Fischbach rented a room at the St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco for Labor Day weekend. Arbuckle actually tried to cancel the trip because he wasn't in the mood. At the time, Arbuckle had second-degree burns on his butt from sitting on an acid rag. Despite that, his friend Fred still wouldn't let him out of the trip. But by the end of the weekend, Arbuckle would have really regretted not canceling the trip. Fischbach had detailed every aspect of the trip, from the guests to the room to even the refreshments, including illegal booze. The party had started before Arbuckle had even awoken. He was still wearing his slippers and pajamas when guests were already partying in his room 1219. Despite not being happy about the party, two guests in particular caught his eye. The first was Ma Dumont, who was known as a prostitute and a blackmailer. The second was Virginia Rappe, who was an aspiring model, actress, and party girl. During the course of the party, Arbuckle and Rappe ended up in a room alone together. Rappe began screaming at the top of her lungs. She was yelling, he did it," according to a witness. Right away, Rappe was moved to a separate room where a doctor could examine her. Rappe would eventually die of a ruptured bladder. Many of the partygoers believed that Rappe was just drunk, but Ma Dumont believed that Arbuckle had raped her. Doctors found no evidence of sexual assault. Arbuckle claimed that he just found her in his bathroom and tried to help her. Nonetheless, Arbuckle was charged with first-degree murder, which was later lessened to manslaughter. His trial was the first real controversy that Hollywood had ever experienced. More specifically, this was the first trial that really affected box office numbers. His contemporaries and stars that he had even mentored were told to cut ties with him or they would be on their way out as well. Newspaper giant William Randolph Hearst sold more papers about Arbuckle than he did about the sinking of the Lusitania. Known for his yellow journalism, Hearst didn't care about what was actually true. He just cared about what made sensational headlines. Some of those horrendous headlines declared that Arbuckle had ruptured the girl's bladder by putting his 300-pound body on top of her. Even though there was no evidence of this, people still talked about it and it began to destroy Arbuckle's career and reputation. Arbuckle was never tried for sexual assault, but he was tried 3 other times for different charges. Delmont acted as the state's key witness. There are telegrams to lawyers across California showing that Delmont was simply trying to get money out of Arbuckle. The first trials resulted in hung juries. During his final trial, he was merely found guilty of drinking alcohol, which was illegal at the time. Many people at the time thought that the acquittal was not enough. At the end of the judicial path, Hearst had sold a mountain of papers, Delmont got notoriety, and Arbuckle's career and reputation were in shambles. Arbuckle was censored and began working under the alias William B. Goodrich. As William B. Goodrich, he discovered the legendary comedian Bob Hope. In 1933, Arbuckle signed a major contract with Warner Brothers. Tragically, the same night that he signed that contract, he died of cardiac arrest. Even though the scandal tarnished his star, Arbuckle still produced countless laughs and nurtured the next generation of comedians. Thanks for watching. If you want to hear more Unheard History, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.